Hi, my name is Yana. Welcome to my YouTube channel of the very best. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about women respecting women. So, the first thing I want to get into is the modern dating advice. If you see a woman giving dating advice and 90% of the stuff that she's saying might be true, but she has an undertone of disdain for women, you can hear that. You can hear that especially when she's referring to women as stupid, dumb, weak, whatever it is. You can always hear when a woman who gives dating advice has a disdain for women herself. And I definitely want to talk about that in this subject of women respecting women because, first of all, a lot of the favor that we receive in our life, it is a reflection of how we treat other women. And that's not only some of these dating coaches, but it's also women who date married men, right? The thing about dating a married man is what a woman would normally say is, "Oh, I don't owe his wife any loyalty. I don't know her. I don't owe her anything." That is the universal phrase every woman will speak about when it comes to dating a married man. And then that same woman will turn around and be heartbroken when she is not chosen or when she gets a man of her own and he steps out on her. And this is the hypocrisy that's going on with women now. And the first thing I want to say is you do not have to owe loyalty to another woman that's married in order to respect yourself. And it's not even respect yourself in the way other people choose. It's basically understanding that you're a whole human being with whole human being needs. So trying to play the side for a man, it just takes away from you. It's not truly beneficial, even if that guy is paying all the bills. It's not truly beneficial because he will not be able to show up during the moments that really matter, and you will suffer and it will be very painful, but you have to answer to yourself when you make decisions like that. And like I said, a lot of women justify this behavior by saying, "I don't owe the other woman anything," but you owe yourself everything. So when Christmas comes up and you can't take the man to go meet your family and you can't go meet his family because he already has a family, when there are emergencies and you cannot go to him for help, when situations happen and you can't go to him, that's because you've made it a point to justify entertaining an unavailable man. So this is where truly respecting yourself comes into play when it comes down to certain stuff like that. Another thing when it comes to not owing the other woman any loyalty, you do not have to know a woman or to know a person. You don't have to know a person to respect a person. That's why it becomes a part of your character and the type of person you are. You don't have to know a person to respect a person. If you're walking into an establishment and an elderly person is walking behind you, you probably gonna hold the door open for him, right? You don't know that person. You don't owe that person nothing, but you're probably gonna do the polite thing, do the respectful thing, because I may not be a Christian, right? But I do believe that the Bible has a lot of truth in it, and it also has a lot of confusion in it. And one of the true things in the Bible is to love yourself as you love others. That is basic. Love yourself as you love others. It don't say love yourself as you love others if you know that person. It don't say love yourself as you love others if that's your friend or if that's your family. It doesn't say that. It just says love yourself as you love others. And then when you do things that you would not want done to you, that means that you don't know what your values are, or you're not even in alignment with your values, because that's what values are. Values are treating people in a way that you would want to be treated, and treating yourself in a way that you would want to be treated by other people. That's what values are. So when you go and you mess with a married man because you feel like you don't owe the woman anything, you are being a hypocrite. You're doing a disservice to yourself, and you're not making sense. And that's why I believe that when you're listening to certain dating coaches, including coaches like Shira Seven, so many things that she may say, it will be true. But there will be things that you have to pick the meat out from the bones. And that is one of them, because she encourages you to deal with married men if they have money. That's not for everybody, especially for women who do not have sociopathic tendencies. If you know that you are love a girl, you know that you be in your feelings, why would you be dating married men? You're not even like that. So, like I said, you're doing a disservice to yourself when you do stuff like that. And you do not have to know a woman to respect the sisterhood. You don't have to know a woman to respect a woman. You don't have to know a human to respect a human. And this is where a lot of this hypocrisy within women, it happens, because you do not respect each other. Women do not respect each other. Y'all compete with each other. And then you wonder why there's so much pain. And a lot of times women don't be having like a lot of support or a lot of female friends, because you're competing with each other and it doesn't make sense. All it takes is for you to know a man is married or unavailable, for you just to not entertain that person. And it's not just about choosing yourself. It's okay to respect a woman that you don't know. It's okay to respect a woman that you never met. And that doesn't mean that that man is just going to stop cheating just because you rejected him. No, he's most likely going to find someone else. But what matters is you didn't participate in another woman's pain. That's what matters. And so that's why I say that little excuse that women say, oh, I don't owe the woman anything, only her husband owes her something. No, you owe it to yourself to get a man that chooses you fully. You owe it to yourself to entertain men that you can call in an emergency. You owe that to yourself. And it's okay to love people and to respect people just because. That's okay. You don't have to know a woman to respect her or to respect her marriage or to help her. You don't have to. So that's why I say that is more a reflection of your character than it is anything else. Also, lastly, when you date married men, you are showing yourself subconsciously, you're conditioning yourself that that's how men are. So even when you decide that you want a man of your own, you've already shown yourself, you've shown your brain that this is how men are. This is the type of men that you attract. Men who don't commit, men who are sneaky, men who are deceitful, and men who don't know what the hell they're doing. So that is one of the biggest consequences, and that is actually what karma is. Karma is not, oh, if you do something bad, it's going to come back around. Not necessarily. Karma is your actions and your beliefs are going to be reflected back into your reality. That's what karma is. And we pick up beliefs by our own behaviors and by our own choices as well. So the type of people that you deal with will become a belief for you. And you don't want to condition yourself that that's the type of man that you attract if you're dealing with a man who is willing to step out on his family in order to entertain you. So that's all I really had to say about that, about the topic of women respecting women. Basically, you do not have to know a woman to respect her. You don't have to owe her anything to respect her. You can just be respectful, because that is the true reflection of your integrity. When you're willing to be respectful and to love others, even when it gives you nothing, right? So yes, that's all I had to say.